great insight into the world's most precious resource there and how we can do everything together to make it last forever. Now, we also sometimes forget that clean and clear oceans are needed if we want to continue enjoying our beaches and engaging in water sports like surfing and diving, no less.
However, even when our waters are clean, the ocean can certainly be quite unpredictable and dangerous, which is why we need trained lifeguards. And the Dubai-based Vikings Surf Lifesaving Club is making sure that we all stay safe with advanced life-saving techniques. Delighted to welcome in the studio Stephen Munnery from the team. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
So I think a lot of Dubai parents would certainly know you. You, of course, run Vikings, which is an incredible surf life-saving techniques for kids from about 5 all the way up to 17. You've been around for about 6 months now. You're a huge hit in Dubai. Tell us what you're doing at Expo, though.
Okay. Up at Expo, we're bringing together some community. Surf Life Saving brings communities together from, like you said, 5-year-olds up to 18-year-olds. But up at Expo, we've got a contingent over from Israel, and we're signing an MOU to cooperate and work together with those guys. They're really keen on water safety and life saving and raising the profile of surf life saving in the region. And our aims are very similar, so we're gonna help each other out. They've got a big event coming up, the Maccabea Games in July, and we're going to send a little team over to take part in the competitive side of our sport. Which is surf sports, so paddling and swimming and board racing, etc.
Talking of the competitive side, you're a former world champion yourself in your discipline, and obviously you know a lot about those sort of competitions itself. When you teach people life-saving or surf life-saving skills, is it to kind of get over rip tides and rip currents? Is it to kind of just be safe in the water?
Yeah.
What's the general things that you're helping people with?
Yeah, good question. We start at 5 years of age, and for them it's all about being safe and being confident in the water. And as they get older, they progress through to the next stage, and it's about not only keeping themselves safe, but also keeping an eye out for others and then developing their rescue techniques. So when they get older and stronger in the water, they can not only protect themselves, but keep an eye out and help protect others. And then in countries like Australia or England, or they can then patrol the beaches, and on weekends, it's a big volunteer organisation in Australia, Surf Life Saving Australia. Massive. It's the world's largest volunteer movement in the world, and it's all about giving back to the community. So
who they sign with, Luke?
Our older kids are trained up, and they come back and they act as water safety for our kids, and they're our role models. They turn into assistant coaches, so it's a real community, and to keep themselves safe and others.
Yeah,
Oh, sorry, not
in Australia.
Okay, yeah, got you.
And I was a member.
All right, I thought, who they sign up with?
Years ago. And it's incredible. It's great for kids here to be able to get involved as well. It also teaches them, a lot of health and safety, but also an incredible sense of community. Why do you think it's so important to be able to engage our children in something like this? It's a lot more than just sport, isn't it?
Oh, 100%. Nippers, and be careful, you might get roped into Vikings. Nippers is so much more than a sport. It's life skills, it's community, it's giving back. Every beach in Australia has pretty much got a surf club, and it's a real fabric of our community. The red and yellow colours, it's synonymous with summer. It's when you see it on the beach, that's where it's safe to go. The lifeguards are there. There's flags, so it's a real connection to Aussie culture, and we're bringing that to Dubai, and it's been really popular. But the belonging is the real key. It's you're a part of something, and you're giving back to your community, and that is in essence keeping each other safe when we're on the beach, and it's pretty important.
You've got 2 nippers of your own. You could take them down to Vikings.
I should. It's quite a workout for them as well, because it's a couple of hours, isn't it? But it's lovely to see everyone get involved, and I think water safety is so important for kids as well. Have you seen quite a big uptake? Because you only been launched about 6 months ago, September.
Yeah, we started 6 months ago, and it was really popular. We sold out 2 age groups in 4 minutes.
Wow.
Some of the parents were saying it's more popular than a Rhiannon concert. That's how quick the tickets sold. So the community uptake has been awesome, but we wouldn't have been able to do it without our wonderful coaches and our volunteers. We've got age managers, we've got water safety, people that are volunteering to give back to the community. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have a club. So it's been really popular, and the interest has been amazing, and it's exceeded all expectations. It's blown us away how good it's gone.
It's quite relevant here because you can go to the beautiful beaches here in Dubai, but there's jellyfish in there, and you get a little sting and how to deal with those sort of things, and making sure you're safe in the water, and of course all those things that people may not recognise that are dangerous as far as swimming in the ocean, and
100%.
you guys can help a whole age group of people, can't you?
100%. And when you go on holidays, when you go back to Australia, go to countries where there's waves, we need to be able to keep ourselves safe. But even in Dubai, we get some surf. Just yesterday, we had some waves, and I was out there with my son. We caught a few little waves
Really?
yesterday. It was nice.
Yeah, it's one of those things like in Australia, it's all something we've all grown up with, and we can instantly spot a rip. And often you come out to Dubai and other parts of the world, and people are just not aware of that. So fantastic project you're working on. Thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck at the Australian Pavilion this afternoon for the big MOU.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much. It's also quite cool to be a lifeguard as well, isn't it, really?
Exactly.
I'm a lifeguard, you know.
Yeah,
Thanks, Stephen.
how do you reckon you go with the swimwear? Would you be up for that?
The budgie smugglers are not my thing, quite frankly.
Stay tuned, I reckon.
Right, still to come here on Studio Expo. Let's have a look at what we've got.